This teriyaki chicken bowl comes together in just 30 minutes, and the amazing homemade sauce only requires 6 easy ingredients. Today I'm going to show you how to make it better than your local takeout. Let's get cooking. First, you need 1 red bell pepper. Now I like red, but honestly you can use any color or use your favorite. I just like the sweetness that the red one adds. When I'm preparing for my dinners, I always prepare my veggies first, and then I'll prepare the chicken or the protein, just so I don't have to wash the cutting board, and I'll avoid like any kind of cross contamination, and it just saves time. Now, if you've been following us for a while, you know we're obsessed with this knife. If you haven't gotten it yet, what are you waiting for? It's linked in the description below. It's the only knife you need in your kitchen, I promise. Now you need 1/2 red onion, and of course, I've lost it. I can't find it. Carrie, have you seen it? Yay! There it is. We're gonna cut this into a similar size as the pepper. Now, it's always fun to be cooking with your sister, so if you forget something, she can just throw it towards you. Carrie and I have been cooking together for almost 7 years now, which is so exciting. She's been doing it for 14 years, and I joined about 7 years ago. We're gonna add broccoli today, but the best part about this recipe is that you can easily add any of your favorite veggies. Zucchini, green beans, snap peas. The world is your oyster. You want about 2 cups. What I like to do is, again, cut it to about the same size as the pepper, so it all cooks evenly. You want to cut the broccoli pieces down to be roughly the same size as the peppers and onions so that they all cook evenly. So I'm just going to cut some of these florets into halves and even quarters so they're nice and small. My favorite part about this recipe is it literally has everything. It has protein, it has veggies, it has starch. It's a complete 1-pan meal. You want about 2 cups of the chopped broccoli or whatever green veggie you're using. Now mine is overfilling and a little full, but that's okay. Any excuse for me to get in more veggies and my family to get in more veggies, I'm gonna take. You wanna make this even faster? Use frozen broccoli. No cutting needed. I just cleaned off the excess broccoli, and now we're gonna get the chicken ready. See how you just have to use 1 really big, nice cutting board, which is also linked below. So on the chicken, I am using 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm just trimming off any excess fat. I don't like fat. And we're gonna dice it into easy bite-sized pieces. When I dice the chicken, I always slice it long way first, then turn it, then cut it into easy bite-sized pieces the opposite direction. When cutting the chicken, make sure you use the bigger part of your knife. So when you get this fancy new knife in your kitchen, you'll see how easy it is when you use that fat part. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs will work great for this recipe, and I haven't tried it, but I think ground chicken would be delicious as well. I'm gonna go get my hands clean, and then we'll get that sauce ready. Hands are clean. We're gonna push that chicken aside and get a bowl for the sauce. This sauce is only 6 ingredients. We're gonna start with 1/2 cup of chicken broth, and then 1/2 cup of soy sauce. I like to use low sodium, but coconut aminos will work as well. 2 tablespoons rice vinegar. And now we need 1/4 cup of honey. So when we measure honey, we like to spray the measuring cup with either this is an avocado oil spray. You can use a non-cooked cooking spray or an olive oil. That works great. That's just so when you add the honey, it glides out easily and doesn't stick to your measuring container. It should just glide right out. And a little bit of cornstarch to help thicken the sauce up. We're just gonna do about 1 tablespoon. Anytime you cook with cornstarch, you wanna dissolve it before you add it to any hot ingredients. So that's why we're gonna whisk it into this sauce first. Saving the best for last, fresh ginger. I'm going to use a grater and grate it right in. I just eyeball this. You want about 1 teaspoon, or you can do 1/4 teaspoon ground, and that works great as well. If you grate it, what it does is it'll stick to the other side, and you can use your finger and just dump it right in, and you can start to smell it, and it's amazing. This works great with a grater or a zester. The secret is to press hard into it, because this is a root, so it's very firm, and you're not gonna damage it. It's fine. And what it does is it piles up on the back, and you can just use your finger to dump it right into the sauce, and it adds great flavor. Now we're gonna whisk it together with the world's tiniest whisk. Now, Carrie and I bought a pack of whisk, and this came in it, and we always joke, who would use this whisk? And we use it more than anyone ever would have thought. So you never know what you don't need until you got it, or what you do need, I guess. You just want to whisk. I like moving back and forth instead of around until that cornstarch is completely dissolved. You'll be able to see it, and you can feel it with the whisk. You can feel the clumps because it'll sink to the bottom, and you're just wanting to get it fully combined. And that's it, 6 ingredient sauce. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I just buy like a teriyaki sauce? Yes, you can, but let me tell you, this took me minutes to make and it tastes 100 times better, I promise. Add 1 tablespoon sesame oil to a large skillet and heat it over medium-high heat. Add that chicken right into the pan, into that nice hot oil. Move the chicken into a single layer as much as possible. Season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm doing 1/4 teaspoon of both. Beautiful, adorable seasoning containers. Of course, I've linked them in the description below for you. Here's the secret to the best chicken in the skillet. Do not touch it for a good 3 to 4 minutes. Just let it get nice and brown. So this is what you're looking for, guys. Nice and brown. Beautiful. Now we're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side of the chicken. Okay, friends, this right here, that's gold. That's what we're looking for. That's what's gonna make our sauce taste amazing. Once the other side is browned as well, we're gonna remove the chicken from the skillet to a separate plate. Now we're gonna add in all the veggies and saute those as well. Cook these for about 5 minutes. Now this is completely different than the chicken. It's okay to toss them as they cook so that one side doesn't get too burnt or brown. You can check your pan and add more oil if you need to. I'm gonna try not to and see how they do. You just wanna cook them until they're done to your preference. Once those veggies are nice and tender, add the chicken back to the pan. Pour that nice homemade sauce on top. Toss all the ingredients together, and we're gonna let this heat through for about 2 to 3 minutes until the sauce starts to thicken up. This looks perfect. The sauce is just a little thickened. It's not super thick, it's still pourable, and all of these veggies and chicken are well coated. Only thing left to do is serve it up. Now, I love serving this with rice. You can use any type of rice that you like. Minute rice, jasmine rice, long grain, brown rice, cauliflower rice. We'll just name off every rice I ever heard of, and that's all you need. I'm using minute rice today because, you know, I'm lazy and I always keep it on hand for a quick and easy dinner. And you just put it right on top, and I try to get the extra sauce because more sauce is always better. And then to really just elevate it, I love topping it with some sliced green onions, and then of course some sesame seeds. My favorite part, getting to taste test it. I gotta get one of these broccoli too, because broccoli is my fave. The sauce on this is literally everything. It's coated on the vegetables and makes them taste amazing. Budget friendly, ready in just 30 minutes, and way better than takeout. If you guys love these super easy recipes, do not miss our next video. You're gonna love it.